Barriers to effective listening. Despite the importance of understanding others, research suggests that misunderstandings are the rule rather than the exception. Conversational partners typically achieve no more than 25 to 50% accuracy in interpreting each other's remarks. Research shows that immediately after a 10-minute presentation, a normal listener can recall only 50% of the information presented. There are three types of noise that get in the way of receiving messages: environmental, physiological, and psychological. The racket on a factory floor or the conversational buzz in a crowded room can make it difficult to hear and process messages. Nevertheless, not all environmental barriers involve sound. An overheated office or uncomfortable chairs can also make listening difficult. Ironically, some environmental distractions come from the tools we use to communicate. Incoming phone calls, text messages, notifications, and emails can all distract us from focusing on a conversational partner. For some people, poor listening results from actual hearing deficiencies, such as hearing loss. Other hearing problems, such as earaches or headaches, though temporary, can cause a barrier to listening too. Another physiological challenge comes from the difference between the relatively slow rate of most speech and the brain's ability to process messages more quickly. Listeners can process information at a rate of approximately 50 words per minute, while the rate of speech for most speakers is about 125 words per minute. The difference leaves us with a great deal of mental spare time. Some of the most pervasive and daunting barriers to effective listening are psychological. These issues interfere with people's willingness to listen as well as their mental capacity for effective listening. Preoccupation. Business and personal concerns can make it difficult to keep your mind on the subject at hand. Message overload. In a world filled with smartphones, tablets, laptops, and other personal digital devices, it is difficult to listen carefully when people keep dropping in and give you quick messages. Egocentrism. One common reason for listening poorly is the belief that your own ideas are more important or valuable than those of others. Besides preventing you from learning useful new information, such as egocentric attitude is likely to alienate the very people with whom you need to work. Ethnocentrism. Cultural ignorance or prejudices can create psychological noise that interferes with understanding others. Fear of appearing ignorant. Some business people perceive asking for clarification as a sign of ignorance. Rather than seek clarification, they pretend to understand, often with unfortunate consequences.